No Man's Sky is the game I never knew I wanted. As a child, I grew up always wanting to be the first man on Mars, the one to explore space. I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to do all this stuff. It was the coolest thing to me to be the first one out of all of humanity, 7.5 billion people, and I'm the first one on Mars. And I still, to this day, would sign up to be the first one if it was possible. And honestly, it's the coolest thing ever. And I've waited and I've thought about it and I've tried to do my things. As a child, I couldn't really do much, but then the No Man's Sky trailer dropped. I was so ready to go on this journey. And then the game released, and it was a disaster. Lies were made. It was not the game it was supposed to be. There was nothing in the game, pretty much. It was just a base survival game, and I was so disappointed, along with probably millions of other people. It was a very big problem when this game released. Everyone was so mad, and a lot of people turned their heads, but a few people stuck around. And instead of running away, the creators decided, let's make this work, and made updates in the game. They started making updates slowly but surely. The first update was literally the foundation of the game, and where you could have bases. You can make your own bases now. And they had a couple quality of life things too, and more Easter eggs and stuff like that. And honestly, it was a good first update to put the future for the game. And after that, they kept going, and then a few updates later, after they had the exocraft, so you could walk around on the planets with rovers and all this stuff, which is right out of the Mars, and then the next update came out. This is the game changer. They added multiplayer, full functioning multiplayer. Before, there were just lights around, like there were little orbs that could fly around, and you'd see them when you go close to them, which normally you didn't see them because players were really rare, and they still are, but it was a real experience. You could even invite people at this point, so you could play with your friends, go around the planets, explore them together, ride around their ship together, and it was the coolest thing ever. Then, a couple updates later, the Atlas Rising update came out, which also changed the game in a lot of ways. They added more quality of life, more graphical improvements, and they also added third-person mode. So, one, you could play with your best friend, and you could do it in third person, and which is this may not sound like a big deal, but it was a new whole perspective on the game, and it really did change the game forever. And of course, there's a bunch of updates in between, like the aquatic update and a bunch of other things. And then, slowly but surely, they started earning their community back. People started looking over and saying, hey, wait a minute, this game's actually not horseshit anymore. Atlas Rising was one of those updates where they started looking over, and I think Next was too. And then, as it was slowly making a comeback over time, it was getting a couple more updates, and then the biggest update that is still cementing the game as it is today, the Beyond update dropped. This added VR functionality, which is actually pretty good. I played it a couple times. I may make a video on it in the future. But the VR functionality was big in this game, and it lets anyone play with anyone. So you could play PC and play with someone on PC in a VR headset, which is big, and it's still not supposed to mess with the game. It added a bunch of new quality of life, a bunch of new exploration, a bunch of new stuff like that. It was a very big update, and it will change the game forever, and it has. This is the first update where the game got a huge spike in the player base and everything about that. It really will keep changing the game forever. It also updated the multiplayer experience, and you can do better base building. You can ride on animals, which is cool. NPC technology trees, and a lot more. And this is a really big update for the game, obviously. And then now, the game pretty much, I mean, this is the biggest comeback in gaming history. There's been a few more updates since then, like the Desolation update and the Synthesis update, and even a mech update where you can literally walk around in a Titan 2-esque style mech on the spaceship. It is mainly for mining and stuff like that. It's a very cool thing. I'll put something up on the screen, and honestly, it is the coolest thing. There's so much more to this game than I thought. Even now, I have like 40 hours in the game. When I'm doing the research for this video, there is like a whole new game that I haven't even explored yet. And I am so happy, and I want to share this journey with you guys. Me going on this journey and playing this game, and I really hope you guys enjoy. Honestly, if you guys have thought about this, and if you guys have been thinking on the fence, or have the game bought already and you haven't played it in 3 years because you think that the game is still shit, I highly recommend, and I really think you should, if you can, if you had the money to afford it or anything, please give it a go. Even if you don't think it will be the game for you, you may find something in there that's very cool, and it is definitely in a better spot than it has ever been now. And I think it will get even better as the time goes on. They update this game regularly. Just like 3 days ago, an update came out. I made a video on it. If you want to check it out, put it in the description. But it really is in a good spot now, and I really hope this game can keep making a comeback and become the game it wanted to be in the trailer. With that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn on notifications. I really would appreciate it, just because you made it this far. I'm assuming you enjoyed the video, or at least got some information out of it. So I really would appreciate it. We're almost to 1K. I love you guys. Have a great day, and bye-bye.